Good morning, Swartz Creek. I'm Mel.
And I'm Alexis.
Today is Thursday, January 5th, and you are watching ITC News.
Happy birthday to Abigail Frost, David Newsom, and ITC's very own Stella Mellish.
Have a great day, guys.
Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There is a basketball game today at home against Davidson. Come out and support. The theme is tie-dye.
There is a blood drive Friday, January 13th from 8 to 1 in the PAC lobby. We are looking for at least 60 successful blood donations.
You must be 16 years old and can sign up today during lunch. Through January 12th with the QR code.
Submissions for the SCHS Winter-Themed Creative Writing Contest are due by midnight tomorrow, January 6th. The first place poem and short story will receive $50 and the runners-up will receive $25.
Details and submissions are both located in the contest Google Classroom with the code ZFZMVUB.
Today is National Whipped Cream Day. Enjoy a sweet treat of whipped cream on your favorite dessert.
Auditions for the Adams Family will be held Tuesday, January 10th, starting at 4 o'clock in the PAC. For your audition, please prepare a 1 to 2 minutes of a song from the musical that best showcases your voice in a brief monologue that is no longer than a minute.
Callbacks will be held on Wednesday, January 11th, and if you have any questions, please reach out to Mr. Love at jlove@swcrk.org.
There will be a meeting for anyone who wants to do winter track and field workouts. Thursday, January 12th, after school in room 201. If you cannot make it, please see Coach Atwood or Coach Spencer.
Do you want to play baseball this spring? There will be a meeting about preseason workouts on Monday, 2:30 in Coach Bierman's room 502. If you have any questions or cannot make the meeting, see Coach Bierman beforehand.
Most of you know his name, but you might not know who Mr. Clark is. Here's a little inside look.
What have you noticed as a difference coming from a lot smaller student body to one that is so much bigger?
Yeah, I think it's just the, in a small school, everybody literally knows everybody. Mm-hmm. The staff all know every student. The students all know each other. It's really, that small town kind of feel. In a larger school, obviously, everybody's has that group that they connect with more. Yeah. Students kind of find their niche. There are things that they're really good at, that they're really interested in, and that ends up being kind of who they hang out with and that kind of thing. One of the big advantages, though, for a bigger school is just the opportunities that you have here. Yeah. And so I'm really excited to be able to just continue to provide those opportunities and seek out new ones.
So I want to touch on that everybody knows everybody aspect, coming from that to now you have this little bit more of a distance, it seems, between you and the student body. So how have you noticed what you have done here so far for school, for the student body? How have you noticed that affecting people?
Yeah, I think what I've tried to do is create just more structure and expectation. And I think that allows students to really know what's just expected of them on a daily basis, how they can be successful. Mm-hmm. And so going forward, it's really about how do we create those opportunities for support and assistance and answers to any of those kind of questions that might pop up. How can we make ourselves available to students to make sure that you guys are able to achieve what you want to achieve in your time here to set up your future?
Yeah, and you talk about giving structure, so I would like you to highlight some of the things that you have done here, some things that you're proud of that you've implemented at Swartz Creek so far in your time.
I just think tightening up some of the things when it comes to like passes. We've had some issues with skipping and things like that that I talked about previously, and I think we've made some headway there. We're going to be rolling out some stuff as far as needing to clear the building after school and that to just make the place safer for everybody. And I think those things will just help lend itself to being conducive to proper learning environment. And so I'm hoping that students won't look at that as it's like some kind of punitive, dictatorial kind of setup. Yeah. It's really about just creating a structure so that everybody can accomplish their goals. I think that's my biggest thing is everybody here has their own unique vision of what their future is going to be. And it's our job to help you reach that vision.
A lot of people know you as Mr. Clark, the principal, but what's something about you personally that you would like the school to know?
Well, I'm married. My wife is also a high school principal. She's the principal at Frankenmuth High School. While I don't have any kids, we do have 2 cats. And my wife and I often say we each have, she has about 500 kids and I have 1,100 kids. and that's really kind of how I try to treat things when I'm here is that you guys can ask for anything, just don't ask for money.
So you talk about not having kids, but in your mind you have 1,100 kids. Is that really how you see the student body here?
Yeah, because it's my job to protect you. It's my job to help push you, to grow you, and to encourage you to become the best version of you that you can be.
All right, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Throughout the years, fashion styles have undergone tons of changes. So let's take a flashback to our staff's graduating years and see what their fashion styles were like.
Tony Delgado, and I graduated in '97. I wouldn't say if it was famous, but we still had Janko jeans, the big baggy jeans back then.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Yancer. I graduated from Carmen Ainsworth High School in 1995, and the style when I was a senior in high school was 90s grunge. You had your flannel, you had your concert t-shirt, pair of jeans, and some boots.
My name is Mrs. Atherton, and I graduated in 1994. And when I was in high school, we had peg jeans, and we had crazy, poofy, curly bangs, and usually girls ratted their hair out, especially in my earlier high school days.
I'm Ms. Gardner. I'm the school nurse. I graduated actually from Grand Lake High School, but 1994. Feel old. And the style that year, I would say was kind of grungy, or what we used to call fudgy. So jeans and flannel.
Hi, Mr. Center here. I graduated from Holly High School in 1995, and the big style back when I was in school was more of the baggier style clothes. MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice were really big when I was in school, so I went and tried to really emulate them and their clothing style.
I'm Mrs. Heatherton, and I graduated in 2002. The popular style that year was like punk rocker type style, but I was a jock, so I didn't participate in that. I only wore sports clothes.
My name is Megan. I graduated from this high school in 2015, and I guess a famous style at the time was really bad high messy buns for girls.
Mr. Price, I graduated in 2004, and when I graduated, it was just becoming popular to wear like the faded jeans with like the lines that were boot cut, and like Hollister, American Eagle were the cool style clothes. For the preppies at least. It was still cool to wear like band t-shirts and that kind of stuff too. And punk rock music was really like hitting the scene pretty hard, the screamo style. Yeah, I guess that's about it.
Mrs. Mitchell, I graduated in 1998, and the biggest style was overalls.
My name is Mrs. LaFang. I may have graduated in 1990 from Grand Blanc High School. And some of the trends at that time, well, we were just leaving the 80s, so big hair was still a big deal. And let's see, a lot of acid wash clothing, jean jackets were really popular. Grunge was kind of just starting, so the flannels were making an appearance. Yeah, but big hair was still, unfortunately, kind of popularized.
I am Mrs. Runkle. I graduated in 2007, and the style in 2007 was low-rise bootcut jeans, like side swoop bangs for girls, hair up and messy buns. Another thing that was super popular was tanning almost every day when I was in high school.
I went around the school acting as a StockX legit checker, legit checking people's shoes, telling them whether or not they were real or fake, but I just told everyone that they had fake shoes. What you got on your feet today?
I got the Caveman 4s on.
First thing you want to see when it comes to the Caveman 4s is the veins. Right, so as you can see, we have these peach-colored veins over here that give way to some magenta mauve kind of tones. What you want to see, especially when legit checking the Caveman 4s, you want to look at the insertion of the toenail. And when we look up here real close on that toenail, it's just simply misaligned. And this is something that is very easy for these fake Chinese manufacturers commonly will get this wrong. So what I'm gonna have to say today is that you got some fake shoes on. What you got on your feet today?
Got some Air Max 97s.
Air Max 97s, you get these for Christmas, you look pretty new. Yeah. What you want to look at with the Air Max, especially, is that patented bubble system that they have in there, which is the Air Max part of it. There's actually a pocket of air cemented in between two rubber cavities there. And something big on these Air Max 97s, especially these specialty colorways, because if you know, they only came out in red, green, and white. Look at the fabric on this swoosh here, right? It's a nice suede material. It's what we like to see. And something you want to look at is actually, if you can get real up close in here and actually look in the bubble system. These fake Chinese manufacturers are unable to properly do this well, right? So what I'm looking at here is that you got some fake shoes, dog. All right, so what you got on your feet today? Nike
Reacts.
So we got her Nike Reacts on today. As is common with a lot of these fake Chinese manufacturers, you want to look at the toe cap. And quickly, it's very easy to realize here that this toe cap has not been pressure seamed together. So what I mean when I say pressure seaming is that Nike uses a proprietary system where they take hot glue, put it under here, and then use steam to seal it. This has been like stuck together, it feels, with like Elmer's glue. So what I'm gonna have to say is that today, these shoes are gonna be fake.
You would not.
That's all we have for you today, Creek.
Have a thriving Thursday.